Today, our group will be presenting about our group project for ICT450, which is about database management system. And here are our group members, including me, Shamim, Harith Lokman, Ashraf, and also Naim. And so we'll be starting off with introduction.
So, my name is Naim. I will do the introduction for our database. Kolej Perindu was established in 1974 with our blocks accommodating up to 1,600 students. It's one of UiTM's most oldest institution. Located in campus, Kolej Perindu ensure easy access to academic resources, prioritizing student well-being. The college offer comfortable living spaces and balanced meals. Beyond academics, it focuses on holistic development to create resilient individuals. Dedicate to excellence, innovation, and community environment, Kolej Perindu blends tradition and modernity, equipping students for a successful education journey.
Okay, moving on. Here is our brief information about our database. We have named our database as Perindu Merit System. Perindu Merit System is a relational database designed to overcome the challenge faced by students in Kolej Perindu in tracking and accumulating merit points for residency eligibility. The database aims to provide a user-friendly interface for students to inquire about their merit points, understand the available programs, and facilitate the residency application process in UiTM. Okay, moving on. This is our problem statement. First, we limited program information. Students lack detailed information about each program, resulting in a lack awareness about the significance and value of individual programs. Second, lack of merit point awareness. A significant problem faced by students is the lack of knowledge about the exact number of merit points they have earned, leading to uncertainty about eligibility for college residency. Third, potential unjust judgment. The uncertainty about merit points raise the possibility of UiTM making unjust judgment about eligibility for college residency, potentially allowing individuals with insufficient points to qualify.
Alright, so my name is Haris Lokman. For the objective, first to provide detailed program info, share comprehensive details about each academic program to help students grasp their choice better and make informed decisions. Second, to develop instant merit point access, which is build a system where students can quickly check their merit points in real time, helping them to stay updated on their academic achievements. And the last is to clarify clear residency criteria, which is design clear and easy to understand criteria for deciding who is eligible for college residency based on merit points, ensuring fairness and avoiding confusion. So this is the business rules. As we all know that business rules have been created to for the database designer to follow to design their database. For example, if you want to create an ERD diagram. So the first business rule is one staff member can manage many events. Each event is managed by exactly one staff member. By right, we should know that one staff member can manage many events means that it is one-to-many relationship. And then one student can join many events and one event can be joined by many students. We should understand that with this statement, it shows that a student and event has a many-to-many relationship. So we should have a bridge entity for this. All right. So this is the ERD, the diagram for our database. As you can see here, we have 4 tables, and the first table is staff. We have 4 attributes, which is staff ID as a primary key, staff name, staff phone number, and staff unit. And the second table is event as a second table is event, and we have attribute event ID as a primary key, event name, event venue, event time, event date, and staff ID as a foreign key, as it is a primary key on the other table. So as we can see here, that the relationship staff and event is one to many. And then we jump onto the student table. We have a student ID for the primary key, student name, student phone number, student email, student position, and student CGPA. As I said earlier, we need to have a bridge entity because of the many-to-many relationship. So let's go to the merit table. So as we can see here, we have a primary key 1 and foreign key 1, student ID and primary key 2, and foreign key 2 is event ID, and the other attribute is merit count. So I think that is all for the ERD.
Okay, so that is all from our presentation side for our slides. And now we'll be moving forward to our demo of our database. So, first starting off, this is our tables that can be seen. We have event, and there's a lot of data being shown. Merit, staff. This is the merit. This is the staff table. We have the student table as well. And so we're just going to jump forward into seeing our navigation forms so we can see each individual form. And so here is our navigation form. And so we have 4 options to go to the student form, staff form, merit form, and also events form. Each of these forms, necessarily, we just type in what we want, and then it transfers the data into our tables. So let's, for example, go into the student form. So as you can see, it opens up the student form, and we can type in our data. So let's say that our student ID would be this one. And we can enter our student name. And our phone number. For simplicity's sake, I'm just gonna type in this. Also the email, student position, and also the student GPA. And as you can see below, we have a lot of buttons with many features. Like we can print out, we can undo, but I'm trying to simplify everything. The most important one for this presentation is basically this button, which if we click it, it transfers the data into the table. So as you can see, now the form is empty. And if we look back into the student table, over here, as you can see at the top record, there is Ahmad Shamil bin Muhammad Achab that we just kicked in just now. And so every other form does basically the same thing, as you can see for the merit form. It necessarily does the same thing as before, same as for the staff. Usually we go from form to form using the navigation form. As you can see here, and also here. Other than that, we also have our queries that we built. And now each query has its own functions. For the first query, we have what is called the bureau category of students. in which it displays all of the students' detail who have the student position of the bureau. We also have the event recommendation query. This query basically makes use of students who, as you can see from here, basically puts students who have a CGPA less than 2.5 to events that have not been attended by any students yet. And this is another query, which is kind of like the same as the bureau one, but instead of that, we use to display for the status position of students, which says pelajar biasa. For the purpose of this, we make it easier to target which students have a status and which students do not have a status, which makes it easier for us to know which to prioritize in putting students in college. This is because, for example, pelajar biasa will most likely have a lesser chance of getting a college than bureau students. And for the next query, we have the students who are eligible for college, in which our requirements for this is a student needs to have a CGPA more than 3.5, and also their merit count for their merits collected needs to be more than 3. And now this is the students who are eligible to reapply for college, in which it means that for our view, the minimum requirement is basically that you need to have a merit count more than 1. So for example, if you don't have the merit count before, you can collect it again for the next run. And the next query is, these are the students who have not joined any events, so that for us, we can track these students better so that we can contact them and ask them to join events so that they will raise their merit counts. And this is the part where we show that which student has their status removed from UiTM, because for this requirement, their CGPA is less than 2. And as we know, to become a student in UiTM, you basically need to have a grade point, a CGPA point of more than 2. And the next one is students that need to meet the counselor, because as for the requirements seen here, the CGPA is between 2.0 and 2.5, meaning that their CGPA is very above the passing grade and just above the passing grade. So they need to meet a counselor to ask the counselor what's wrong with them, and maybe the counselor could help them. The next one is students eligible for college. So in this query, it's basically, since from before we got the students who are eligible, students who can go into college, these are basically the inverse of that, in which we got the students who are not eligible for college, in which their college application is rejected. So once they know, they can basically reapply again. And for the last one is the sum of merits query, in which every student from the merit table, it shows all of the merits collected by each student and each of the events. So this one, it simplifies all of the merits into collecting just the sum of that. And finally, we'll go into the reports. And so it just basically just shows all of the tables so that we can better look at the data and make a clear report during our meeting. As you can see, this is a clear view of the report of the event report, the merit report, the staff report here, and also the student report. And so I think that's all for our demo. We've showed you our database tables, our navigation forms, our queries, and also our reports. And I guess that is all from our presentation. Thank you. Thanks for watching.